Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Let's conquer here. Double C, no Chanelli. Look like I'm throwing up crip, but I'm not a gang member. I promise you guys, I'm not. Don't worry about me. I'm a thug, but I'm not a gang member. Oh no, that's not it. Uh, yeah, I'm double C, no Chanelli, but really I'm triple C'd up. So today's Wednesday. See this dude over here, he got the right idea. It's a beautiful day today. We right here at the crossroads of I don't know what street we on right now, but it's gonna be a nice day. Unfortunately, you guys, I'm stuck inside working, but hey, at least I get to enjoy my mornings. Ooh, doggy. All right, so dropped off the kiddos. Ooh, thank you, Lord, for this food. There's a couple here in Jesus' name. Amen. This is my breakfast right here, you guys. Mm-mm. Excuse me. For some reason, man, um, like drinking coffee straight off in the morning gives me like gas. Not like gas, like I got a fart, but like makes me like bubbly inside. But anyways, I got some coffee here. Dang, I should have grabbed that latte from her because she's not even gonna drink the whole latte. I went inside the cafe. Old girl was like, um, "You trying to split a coffee with me?" I'm like, "All right, cool." Um, she usually drink the cappuccino, but when we go to this one cafe, their cappuccinos don't be hitting. It just tastes like straight mud. I don't know if they roasting the beans too long or something, or for some reason, man, that coffee is not hitting. So I've been opting for the cappuccinos lately. Cappuccinos is fire. So I said the cappuccino's not hitting, and I be going for the cappuccinos. What I meant to say was the cappuccinos don't be hitting, so I be going for the lattes. The lattes always be hitting, but that's because it's the milk. You mostly just drinking milk, and they put like this much coffee inside, but it still tastes good nonetheless. Personally, I like a little bit more coffee in my drink. This right here is like 98% coffee and like 1% uh, milk Sane. So you drink one of these and you're gonna have to go straight to the toilet, especially if you've been smoking. But I don't know if this is like a seasonal thing, but I've been seeing um, more of these pork sandwiches in the cafes, and I definitely bangs with the pork sandwiches. This message is held for review. View message. Use a condom. You're gonna regret getting that biznatch pregnant. So, all right, this wasn't the direction of the live stream, but since you mentioned it, all right, let's talk about it. Um, yeah, I don't believe in condoms. I think condoms are probably one of the worst inventions ever. And as a Catholic, um, using condoms is a no-go. Using condoms is a huge sin. Now, let's think about this, right? Sex, sex is a beautiful thing. So, sex is awesome, but like, there's a way you're supposed to have sex properly. Just like there's a proper way to, do anything in life. You, you guys think about this deeply, right? Do it feel better to have sex with a condom or without a condom? I would guess probably without the condom, right? Because you can actually feel everything. And just think deeply about this, right? You're having sex with another person, but you got a piece of plastic between each other. That's weird. And you can't even feel everything. Yes, sir, ski chemo. I am. Well, I guess the answer's a bit nuanced. I'm like almost a Catholic. I guess, yeah, you could say I'm Catholic, but I haven't been properly, I'm not in the church fully. I still got a couple more months before I get my confirmation. So, hello. Oh, Susie, bro, in the building. Hello, my Niznatch. How are you, bro? Happy to see you. Happy to see you too, Susie. In the building, as always. Yo, you finally caught a stream, man, because you missed like the last two or three. But like I was saying, yeah, condoms suck, bro. Like condoms are weird, and they always tell you, oh, wrap it up, man. You can't trust these hoes. Think about that, bro. If you pipe in a hoe and you can't trust her, why are you even taking that chance? That's stupid, bro. You're just taking on unnecessary risk. Like I get it. Like everybody want to bust. Like who doesn't like busting? But if it comes at the risk that you might catch something, why even do it? Like, why even go there? And y'all know condoms are not 100%. You can still catch something with the condom on, or the condom could rip, the condom could bust, and you still late, right? So it don't even make no difference. And on top of that, bro, y'all niggas are not giving head or getting head with protection, so you're still at risk. Like, tell me, how many of y'all uh do any sort of oral sex with a condom on, like with the flavored condoms, because those are like specifically designed for oral. I haven't met nobody in my life who uses condoms for oral. So you're still at risk for catching mad stuff, chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes. Can't get rid of herpes. But moral of the story is condoms are weak. Condoms suck. Personally, I don't believe in condoms. Personally and religiously, condoms are just a big L. The best way to do it is get married to someone that you love and can completely trust, and then you can just go crazy and have 10 babies. Personally, for me, ten kids is a bit much, but I think seven kids would be like ideal for me. Yeah, I got two right now, so I still got a ways to go. And I'm young, I'm healthy, and I got the means, so I think we could get there one day. If I get to five, I'd be cool, but I'll probably be better at seven. This message is held for review. Yes, Sirski, Susie, with a great point. He said, F condoms, we raw dogging. Yes, we raw dogging all day, every day, because that's the way that it's meant to be. You're supposed to raw dog, but not just raw dog any and everyone. That's weird. That's dirty. That is unhygienic, and that's the reason why y'all pH balances be so off, because y'all just be raw dogging everyone. Just think about this, man. You got your spit, her spit, his spit, his body fluids, all mixing. What kind of concoction is that, bro? She sliding on you, and then you sliding on her, and then he sliding on her. That's nasty. Can I get a shout out? Sam Ruda. Look, here's the thing, bro. I would give y'all shout outs, but I don't know how to say y'all names. Man, Sam Ruda. Sam Ruda Niliapone. What's good? I know I completely butchered your name up. But yeah, I can't pronounce y'all names. Y'all from like India and like all these like Middle Eastern countries, bro. I ain't never seen these type of names before. This message is held for review. View message. Why do so many of my niggas have couple baby mamas? Cause them niggas is stupid, bro. Niggas is stupid, bro. Niggas is just horny, just thinking with they dicks. I mean, we niggas, bro. Like we love women. All right, we see a bit with a fat ass, big titties, and we just turn into a dog, bro. We turn into an animal. Like, yo, I gotta get up on that, bro. We don't care, you know, how her personality is, what her morals are, her values, nothing. We just see a fat ass, and we like, yo, I gotta slide that. I gotta feel what that's like. I know she go crazy with it, and that's the end of the story. So you slide this one, you finish, and you like, dang, I see another thick bitty down there. I'm finna slide that one too. And that's how you got like 4 or 5 different baby moms. And also because a lot of us come from broken homes and families. So we never had a good representation of what a real family looks like. A lot of people's pops, dipped on their moms, and so they just follow that same pattern. It's just basic human behavior. You got steel inside you, brother. Yes, Sirski, I got a lot of steel. I mean, I know y'all see the steel here, y'all see the steel here. I got steel here. No, I don't got steel here. I got plastic here. I broke my eye when I was like a teenager, and they had to put a plate inside here to hold my eyeball up. But do I got any other steel inside of me? Yeah, I got steel in my chest. I got a lot of steel. Bad bacteria. Yes, Sirski, bro. That's really bad bacteria. Why are my comments hold back? That's poop, especially me. I'm your biggest supporter. Uh, if wait, what did you say? Oh yeah, you said the F word, and then you said condoms, and then you said raw dogging. So I think that those are all words that get flagged in the YouTube system, especially the F word. So if you, oh, you can say shit. But I guess if you say raw dog or if you say the F word, then your comment gets flagged, and then I have to go in and like accept all the comments personally. That's why you keep getting flagged. I'm your biggest supporter. Susie, bro, I'm sorry to break it to you. Let me eat my breakfast. I'm sorry, bro, but you are not my biggest supporter. I looked at the analytics yesterday, and there's two people above you. It's stupid loud. On my YouTube app, it shows my top two biggest fans, and you are not one of them. I'm sorry, bro. Mm. You see all these black athletes getting money sucked by these white gold diggers. My niggas should know better. They can basically every woman they should look for the cute ones with the good heart. Man, these niggas stupid loud, bro. I mean, let me put my window up. These niggas is too loud. This is my philosophy on like athletes and like celebrities. People that blow up and get a lot of money quick and they get finessed out of their money. This is my philosophy that I adopted about a year ago. Is fuck it, let them crash, bro. If you that stupid that you can't see like the obvious right in front of you, then you got what was coming to you, right? It's like that whole what's that young football player? He won the Heisman. He's like the number one pick. His girl is a giant hoe. She got exposed like 3 times, and everybody going crazy on social media saying all types of stuff. He ended up deleting his social media. Fast forward to like a couple months later, what did he do? He married her. So hey, whatever. Let him crash, bro. Um, you can tell people, you can give people all the information in the world, but some people they just gotta go through it to learn. Bro, I know who you look like. You will love it. Good night, I appreciate that, my brother. Give me some time. I'll be number one. Last time it was 4 hours ago. Yeah, you were like with me the whole 4 hours. Look like Lenny Kravitz's younger brother. I don't know what Lenny Kravitz's younger brother looks like, but I know what Lenny Kravitz looked like. That's not a bad take. All right, most people say Snoop Dogg, or this one time I heard someone said I look like what's that one rapper? That one nigga from Florida. Denzel Curry. But Lenny Kravitz, yeah, that's a top tier celebrity lookalike. Lenny Kravitz or like Wiz Khalifa. I'm like, all right, you people are culture. This message is held for review. View message. But I watched some porns in my life, and I think you meant life, and I noticed some black young men smash everything. I saw two blacks smash a granny. She was like 80 and nasty. Yeah, bro. I seen a lot. I mean, man, there's so many points to touch on this. I seen some old nasty grandmas, bro. I'm like, yo, how you this old and still a hoe? Like, that's ridiculous, bro. Like, but then you gotta think like some niggas just never grow up. Like even nowadays, bro, like I be seeing people like in their late 30s and 40s and they still on like high school time. Like some people never grow up, they never mature, and they're just stuck in like teenage la la land. It's a sad thing because as you age, you should be getting wiser. But in our society that's just not happening. What are they doing? No, bro, Snoop Dogg is stupid comparison. He looks like this one dog. Yeah, Snoop Dogg actually looks like a dog. Snoop Dogg need to eat some burgers, bro, cause he smokes too much weed. He don't be eating enough, bro. But with the porn world, especially like if you're not like a list porn star, bro, you're gonna have to do pretty much anything. A lot of these niggas are bisexual too, because um, you get more money for doing the gay scenes and like all the the weird T scenes than you do just for regular boy on girl action. So like yeah, it's not surprising that you would see niggas smashing old grandmas, smashing other T's, other men and stuff like that. Like once you get that far gone, like just into that, just straight debauchery, um, you don't have no soul no more, right? You don't have no direction in your moral compass. The only thing that guides you is money. So that's how a lot of people move. This message is held for review. Dang, bro, all your messages are being held for review. I think the older you get, you just got some less energy, but a hoe stays a hoe. For the most part, I can agree with that. Yeah. Typically, like when people show you who they are, or they tell you that's who they are. Like people don't really change that much unless it's like a really big life event that completely alters everything. But can you turn a hoe into a housewife? I would say don't. Don't try to. Could it be possible? Yeah, absolutely. But not likely. All right. It's probably like something less than 10%. I have an interesting question. I heard like real Africans think bad about American Africans. Saw a couple of videos and what others say. It's, not really. I mean, I don't really deal with a whole lot of Africans on a day to day. Well, I mean, I have seen videos like, yeah, Africans don't really bang with African Americans that much, even though technically we're the same people, but we are very different, like culture wise. But yeah, I would say I don't know how many, but there's quite a few Africans that don't really like African Americans. But we are very, very different people. Like, from the language, from, our cultures. It's like two different worlds. But no, I've never really had any bad experiences with Africans. Other than some of them tend to be very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a couple of countries, but it's one country I'm thinking of in particular. And a lot of people say this about the Africans. They're very aggressive. They're very like tribalistic and like animal like in their thinking and in their nature. Like not quite human. I'm not gonna say the country name, but I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can guess. If you guess it in the chat, I still won't say nothing. But I've had some experiences with these Africans, and it's not like they're all terrible people. That's just I prefer not to deal with them because they're too much. They don't know like proper, human behavior or like manners. But I'm guessing that that's mostly Africans from like these far out like middle of nowhere tribes. Heard some corn stars start as gays before they get the real coochie. Oh, I've never heard that. That's interesting though. But yeah, I do know that there was like some girl porn stars talking about how majority of the male performers do go both ways because it pays more. They won't come out and like say like, oh yeah, I do that because it'll mess up their image. But for you to stay in this game, like getting bread and getting money, I think it's a terrible life to lead. It's super depressing, super lonely. Like yeah, can you make a lot of money quickly? Definitely, you get fame, but at the price of what? And two black buddies from Ghana. I know a lot of people from Ghana. One from Eritrea. I don't know how to say that country, but I like Ghanaians. The Eritrean one is a cock, but still a good soul. Nice. Kirsten with old people nowadays, I think that old people born from people born from 1990 will be very crazy grandpas and grandmas. I mean, yeah, you already starting to see a lot of that today, and it's because the generation before us messed us up, bro. And if we don't get a grip on things, we're gonna keep messing up the future generations. Corn is terrible, bro. Like, let me get some air up in this car. It's kind of hot. So when you watch corn off the bat, that's weird, right? Because like you're just sitting here observing two people go at it in like the most intimate like act you can ever like do in life. That's weird. Just watching two people have sex. On top of that, like most of the porn, it's so choreographed to the point where it's like it's not even real. So like you're a young kid watching this. This is like your introduction to sex. And so a lot of kids think like, "Oh, this is what sex is. This is how like, the women look." And they're like, perfectly manicured makeup, perfect tits, lighting, great and everything. That's not how
real sex is. Or if you know, start watching like some of the hardcore stuff, you're gonna incorporate that into your own routine, and you're gonna start thinking like, oh, like this is what women like. They like to, be beat down and slapped around and choked out and stuff. There's- I mean, if you come across a girl that's like, oh yeah, choke me, daddy, put a rope around my neck and swing me from the bedpost, like run, bro. Like this girl got some serious issues. That's not something you want to be dealing with, bro. But I don't know. It gives you like very unhealthy expectations for sex. I mean, there's plenty of studies to say how it literally like destroys your brains, and it's, I think it's probably worse than like cocaine or crack. And to get off of porn, sometimes that stuff takes years because like you're literally having to like rewire certain like connections in your brain. And also, I think the biggest reason why porn is terrible is because there's a lot of guys who watch porn for years, and that's the only way that they can get an erection. Like if they're with, just a normal, just like a woman in real life, that doesn't do it for them. They can't get hard, they can't stay hard because it doesn't compare to the porn that they've been watching. And that's so sad, man. Like you can only get off by watching other people on a video. Like how sick is that? Bro, you can't even have real sex anymore. Yo, Susie, what kind of parties? You were at Diddy parties for sure. You saw a real freak. No, you look like normal women. Yeah. She did a big bukkake party and drank all the white milk. Are you talking about in real life? Or are you talking about on a video? I mean, there's a lot of undercover freaks. I mean, I put I put women in two categories, but you can do this with not just women, but all people. I mean, there's good women, and then there's whores. And then with the whores, hoes, whatever you want to call them, I would put those in, a subcategory of like hoes and prostitutes. Now, being a prostitute or a hoe isn't respectable by any means, but I say I have a little bit more respect for the prostitutes than, just your average typical hoe, because at least the prostitute is smart enough to get something out of her hoeing. She's, busting it open on the daily for dozens and dozens of men, but at least she's getting money. With majority of women that you meet, just in everyday life, they're just hoes. They're just giving it out, right? And this is the girl across the street, right? The girl at your job, the women you go to school with. They're not having sex for money. They're just giving it to, whoever asks. And that's diabolical. But 9 times out of 10, this is the woman that you will encounter. The free hoe, right? Talk to her for a little bit, chit chat, and she give you the cheeks. That's not fresh. By the way, did you ever date a black sister? And when yes, is there a big difference to our white privilege to women? What the? What kind of question is this, bro? Listen, you guys know me. I'm Cornelius Gore, Cornelius the Conqueror, double CC, no Chanelli, triple C up. I'm the universe's most straightest man. I love all women, bro. It doesn't matter what you look like. Big, tall, skinny, fat, short. I don't care what color you are. I've dated all kinds of women, except for Asian women. Not that I don't like Asian women. I never dated one. If I could, I would have, but I just didn't get around to it. But yes, I've dated white women, dated black women, dated Latinos, and for the most part, all the women I dated were very pleasant. I don't have anything bad to say about these women at all. I mean, all women are, crazy to various degrees, but they were pretty much all the same, you know? And I think that's just, female nature. Like, all women want to be loved. Not just women. All people want to be loved, men and women. So I can't say that, white women are better than black women or etc. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I used to date this one uh black girl like years ago. This was like over 10 years ago. But that was probably one of my best relationships. And it's crazy because I've dated a lot of white women and people will say, "Oh, you hate black women." That's not true by any means. The reason why I had dated so many white women is because when I was in elementary school, I got put into an advanced like learning course, which means I was with a lot smarter people, which means I was around tons of white people. I went to like almost an all white school. So I grew up around white women. Naturally, what you're around, you find attractive. There were black girls at my school, but they weren't pretty to me because a lot of them were ugly. I'm sorry to say that, but they just weren't attractive to me. And then if they weren't ugly, they just reminded me too much of like family members, like my sisters or like cousins, and I'm just like, ugh, that's weird. Also, like I said, like the black women like in my city, not all of them, right? Because there were some really beautiful, beautiful black girls, but it just wasn't a lot of them. Majority of them were like, kind of ugly and ratchet. I didn't like their attitudes. White girls, they were pretty and they had a lot better attitudes in the area that I was at. Now, coming here to Europe and seeing more Africans, like East African women, I was completely amazed because in America, I had never seen so many beautiful, like dark skinned African women. I actually absolutely think like dark skinned women are gorgeous. Something about like they're just like that skin tone and just like smooth skin, like wow. Like I had never seen that in America until I got here to Europe and I'm just like completely blew my mind that there were black women on this planet that look so gorgeous. But yeah, a lot of the black women, yeah, they they look like family members. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to date no one in my family. And the crazy thing is a couple months ago, man, my mom came to me and was like, "Oh, you know this girl? I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah, that's your cousin." I'm like, her, bro. I went to school with her for like 4 years, and bro, this whole time, I'm gonna put my boy on blast. My boy, his name Michael, bro. I went to high school with this nigga for 4 years, bro. We was like running in like the same like circles, like same friend groups, bro. Didn't know this nigga whole time was my cousin, bro. Like I don't think we had the same class, but I used to see this dude every single day. Come to find out, oh yeah, y'all got the same like uncle or like the same like great grandpa or something like that. Somehow our family lines are tied together. So a bunch of people I went to school with, I didn't even know the whole time. Yo, they my cousins. You ever smash a cousin? I hope not, bro. Like I said, I only dated a couple of black girls. I dated two black girls. And I'm pretty sure they were not my cousins. If they were my cousins, I'm sorry. But I didn't know. No, I'm joking. I ain't never smashed my cousin, bro. That's super weird. Mm-mm-mm. Bro, I actually don't like hoes. I have a lot of respect for pure good women, especially who stay a virgin until marriage. That shows a lot of strength, especially if she is beautiful. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Man, especially nowadays, bro, like staying pure until you're married. Bro, just saying that to someone like, oh yeah, I'm waiting until marriage, niggas will look at you so crazy. Be like, yo, like, are you on drugs? And how ridiculous is that? That like we put down people that actually want to be virtuous and pure and do things right. That's how corrupted our minds and society is, bro. We got to get back to the old days, man. Like staying virgins until you get married. And if this were to happen, bro, you would see the world become such a beautiful and better place. But it sucks because no one wants to do that. And no one is religious anymore. Okay, when I say no one, I'm talking about like the majority of people. There are some good women out here. There are some very religious people, but they are few and far in between. I know you like white meat. A lot of our black brothers do. White meat, bro. Why you gotta put it like that? Yes, I like white women. I like all women, bro. I like black women, like Asian women. For a long time when I was a jit, bro, I used to really like light skinned women. Like black mixed with Asian, the Blasians. I thought those were the most gorgeous women on the planet. But nowadays I'm like, yeah, she's alright. But you know what's crazy? Is like they try to, no, not they try to, they have successfully brainwashed us into liking hoes and whores. But I analyzed everything, bro. Like there was this one joint, man. She, sh bro, she was like tattooed up, had the piercings, stupid thick, bro. But I'm talking like ridiculously thick, great body. But the moment she opened her mouth, I'm like, boo, game over. Game over, bro. I want nothing to do with you. Oh no. And even if, she got to know me, bro, she would not like me at all. But you see, bro, like, man, like, we will just disregard everything about, a person's like personality and mental and just, go straight for the cheeks, bro, just because of how good someone looks and fail to look at what's important, bro. There's this one quote, man, it was so powerful. I heard it like a couple months ago, but it was like, um, choosing a good mother for your children is more important than choosing a beautiful wife for yourself. And that's the point that niggas fail to get. We're, as humans, we're so short sighted that we fail to plan for the future. We fail to look at things like in the far distance. And we just want instant gratification. We want it now, and we don't care about nothing else. So, you smashing this chick that you met at the club because she was stupid thick and she got the big old bitties. Yeah, it's cool for the moment, but is this really who you want to be the mother of your kids? It's so sad. Ace Mill, you retracted your message. And you look like half caste, like one of our parents white, don't look like a real black. Bro, I can guarantee you, both of my parents are black. I'm just the lightest one out of my family. Okay, I'm not like black, like like my steering wheel, but I'm black, bro. Where are you going right now, and why are you doing all these lives? Do you really want to get big, or are you just doing this as a hobby? I'm not going nowhere right now, bro. Um, where am I? I'm near a walking trail. I'm near a bridge right now. I'm waiting for my daughter to get out of her doctor's appointment. And then I'm about to go back to the cribbo. I actually need to finish this. I'm eating super slow. Do I want to get big? Um, it depends by what you mean big. Do I need like 1 million subs? Nah. I think if I get like maybe like 10,000, 20,000 subs, I'd be cool with that. As long as it, can make me like anywhere between like, I say like 5,000 to like 7,000 a month. I'm cool with that, bro. I don't need to be making like hundreds of thousands of millions. I would like to do this full time because it's easy. I can just, turn on the camera for a couple hours a day and get some bread, spend more time at the crib with my kids, have more freedom. That would be awesome. So I don't got to clock into, a job every day. That's the plan. So, I'm not doing this as a hobby. I'm trying to do this full time. I like a strong, oh my goodness. Yeah, see that's how we know that you're a homosexual, bro. That nigga Brock Lesnar gave birth to him. His wife gave birth to Brock Lesnar. I know she's a girl, but it's like Brock Lesnar face at the girl body, bro. If you trying to get with Brock Lesnar daughter, you got some serious issues, my boy. And she a kid. Dang, y'all about to watch me die on live. Nah, here's the problem. Here's the problem with having like 100,000 subs or like 1 million subs. I won't be able to read anyone's comments because the chat just gonna be going like this. So honestly, I don't know how my streams would go. But nah, I don't care about fame, you guys. If I do get fame, all right, cool, because I know that fame can lead to more money. I mean, so is that Cuzzo? Hold on a second. No, that's not. I thought that was Cuzzo. I mean, yeah, fame does make a lot of niggas weird, but really, what fame and money does is just amplify who you truly are. This is me, you guys. If I do get big, I'm still gonna be me. And I've already been big. I had TikTok accounts with like several thousands followers. So I've already been through the runaround. It's cool, but at the same time, it's like, whatever. If I could just have money without fame, yeah, I definitely do that. Like all these like billionaires who you don't know anything about. I would just get my money, get a nice house somewhere, and y'all would never you'd probably hear or see me ever again. Maybe. She might be a sweetheart. I don't know. But man, that girl is built exactly like Brock Lesnar, bro. I don't know. I like personally, I don't mind, a stupid thick joint, right? But man, just for her to be just solid like cock diesel, I don't know, man. I like my women soft and feminine features, bro. Nice curvy hourglass figure, not like bulging biceps and traps busting out. And that's just my preference. I mean, that might do it for you. Just me and you in here. That happens so often. I think we have a special connection. You are my puppet. I'm watching you. Seriously, bro, you gotta go. You gotta go, man. Bro, what do you do in life? You gotta tell me, bro. I need something to drink, my guy. Yo, where's this child at? Mm-mm. No, I never smashed a fat girl, like a, you know, super obese, my 700-pound life. Never went there. When I was younger, I was really picky about the women I slept with. And there was a lot of girls who, try to throw up my way. And I denied a lot of women. Looking back, sometimes I think, maybe I should, but I'm glad that I denied some of these women. Some of them were fat, some of them were attractive, but I just felt like it wasn't the right time, or they weren't right for me. But nah, never smashed a fat joint. When I was younger, you had to look like a model, bro. You had to be bad. You had to, have a nice skinny frame. That was my attraction when I was younger. Nowadays, well, I mean, I'm married, but let's say if I get remarried ever one day in life, my preference, her body doesn't really matter. She can't be like, 700 pounds, right? That's just not ideal. But could she be chubby or a little bit overweight? Yeah. As long as she's a righteous woman, a God-fearing woman, not a feminist, and submissive, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter, if she looks like a twig. Doesn't matter if she looks like, a refrigerator. As long as she's got a great attitude, she's intelligent, she's willing to listen, not a feminist, and submissive, yeah. Support. Support. I'm working, bro. I'm doing security. Bro, you doing a bad job at security, bro. How you locked into my live, bro? You supposed to be securing the spot. You probably letting niggas go all through whatever building you securing, bro. They should fire you. I'm doing my driver's license like I'm in a crash course right now. Bro. Whoever has decided to give you a driver's license should be put in jail. Have you ever experienced racism in Germany? I experienced racism. Maybe like once or twice. I don't know. It's not like overt racism, like, get out of here, you nigger. No, I never experienced that. Like I said, like, Germans get the label of being like kind of cold, and some people would even call them the other N word. There's one of my friends says that there's a little mustache man in every single German. But honestly, I haven't experienced really no sort of racism or discrimination. I mean, are they prejudiced? Yeah, but like, everyone is prejudiced. It's a prejudice. Prejudice. Wow, I can't say that word. But let me think. Nah, man, the people here, they're pretty cool. And everyone is like super, I don't know, like open with me. I guess because, it's a small city here. It's like a village. So everyone knows everyone. They see me a lot. and I'm not out here doing no like stupid shit, so they're cool with me. But I would say like typically people's attitudes towards like black people in general here or like brown people is pretty sour because you have a lot of refugees and immigrants who come here and they like to steal shit. You know, they like to just, you know, do all sorts of crime. So the image that Germans have, you know, against like Middle Easterners and like, you know, black Africans isn't good. But that's understandable. It's because, you know, those people do fuck shit. But me, I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. I'm different. So like I said, like yo, I completely agree with the Germans. Ausländer raus, Ausländer, bro. How you gonna open up your house, you know, to random strangers, and then these strangers come in and start destroying your furniture, bro? How would you feel about that? Out of the kindness of your heart, you let these people come in and they start tearing shit up. Yeah, of course you're not gonna like these people. Now that isn't all of these people, you know, like the Turkish people or like, you know, the Middle Easterners, you know, people from like Afghanistan and like African countries, but that is a lot of them. I mean, you can see this shit on the news like every single week. It's always some refugee, some Auslander, like doing something crazy. Yes, I'm in Bayern, and I'm in the real Germany near Duisburg. I don't know where Duisburg is. African people are cool here, but here don't make problems. It's other people, but still blacks will always be seen different just because of the color. Well, I mean, yeah. Like initially, I mean, it's loads of white. It's all white people here. So like, when black people probably first started coming here, it's probably very strange. I remember this one time someone was telling me they didn't see a black person until they were like 5 or 6 years old. It like really freaked them out. And I think about that sometimes because, you know, there's like a lot of little white kids here, and I might have been like one of the first black people they ever seen. And then, you know, I look the way I look, so it might be a little bit intense or even scary for them to see a black person when you've been surrounded by white people your whole life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when something different pulls up, yeah, it might be a little bit scary at first, but still, I don't think that calls for racism. Mm. Mhm. I'm from Balkan, like from the heart. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I mean, racism is usually learned. It's like learned behavior, passed down to you like from your parents. So, I mean, nah, I mean, there's no reason to be racist. But, I mean, it's a bit different here because you have a difference of cultures clashing. You have like a society here where people are civilized and, you know, we do stuff orderly and, you know, we eat with forks and knives and we don't eat with our hands and we don't have certain practices. And then you bring a completely different culture here, which has not been exposed to any of this, and they're trying to enforce their culture on these people. Yeah, there will be a lot of conflict and some pushback. So I mean, I don't think that that calls for people to be racist, but if they do become racist, I completely understand it. If you move to another country, you need to assimilate to the rules of that country and the ways and the customs. You don't go to someone else's house and, start moving their furniture around and start changing, the paintings on their walls. Bro, you be a good guest and you abide by the person's rules of their house. Yo, so this sandwich is good, but there need to be like some mayo and like some more pickles on here. They only gave me one pickle. One. You guys know how much I love pickles. One day I will come to Bayern and we will have a crazy day. Bro, I'm not hanging out with you, bro. Definitely trying to get me back in jail. I cannot be seen in public with you, Susan. Hey, yo, where is this girl? All right, I'm gonna drive around the block. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta be at work at 12. It's 10.
Why is my windshield wipers on? There's absolutely no sun today, but it's so hot. Turn on some AC. So, indeed, it's been on that much. It's the teeth. Dang, I'm not supposed to park here. There's literally nowhere to park. Are you serious? I should have just stayed where I was. said first we're gonna go to Amsterdam, pick up some good stuff, and then we're gonna go to Romania, Czech Republic, do some crazy stuff. Will not get you in jail if you end up there. I know. Come, right there. Have you ever heard your parents making love, bro? What kind of questions are these? No, I've never heard my parents making love. I mean, I did walk in on them. I think one time. We're about to go on vacation. It was like probably 2 or 3 in the morning. My dad had this phone downstairs. His alarm started going off. So I took the phone, I turned the alarm off, and then I took it upstairs to the room to give it to him. Walked in the room, boom, he on top of her. They had the blanket on them, but I was like, oh shit, close the door. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't really see nothing. I'm glad I didn't, bro. But no, I didn't see my dad's wiener. I mean, when I was a kid, yeah, obviously I saw my dad's wiener in the shower. I ain't say nothing. I just closed the door, walked out. Mm. Oh, it's too hot in here. Oh, I need some beer. 3 favorite movies. Uh, man, I don't know. Mm, good question. I can't think of my favorite movies right now. Mm, I don't know if this is my favorite movie, but Polar was really good. I watched it a few times. That was a very solid movie. Trying to think. For a long time, I probably would have said Project X, but that was like when I was a kid. I used to love that movie. Favorite movies? Trying to think. Like, what's a really good action movie that I've seen multiple times? I don't know. I have. Yeah, I've seen all the Harry Potter. Yeah, I will not be watching Lord of the Cock Ring with my daughters or with anyone, especially with you. You probably watch that movie daily, don't you? I watched all the Lord of the Rings and like the Star Wars movies, but I watched it when I was like 7 or 8, so I can't really remember the plot that well. But I definitely do remember the Harry Potter movies. I saw they had like the whole 7 or 8 movie collection in Mueller, so I was like, oh yeah, I gotta cop this. Solely. And I got all the James Bond movies. Oh my goodness.
Daddy, Shaman.
Oh, you got a boo boo. Wow.
She no cry, darling. They were like,
Super.
is she okay?
Good
I
job.
said, so did you get a shot, a peach? She said, no. She didn't even know.
Told you she's tough. You got a pencil?
Yeah, but she didn't talk
Yeah.
any words. Marlon. They were like, oh, she can draw so good. She made a face and a body. They were like, oh, for a 3-year-old, it's like really good. Like, you don't see this a lot.
Yeah, because
And the way she holds a pen.
her and Ray every day.
She got a shot because she said it's something new. Like, you used to have to pay for that, but now it's for free. And this like disease is like really dangerous for kids under 5. And you see it like 60% of kids. Just like, yeah, I would. I was like, yeah, let's just do it then. So she might get defeated.
Super. Sounds great.
She didn't even move. Kind of scared. The doctor was like, yeah, like I rather want them to cry than. Because that's super weird. You're like, and she just looking.
It didn't hurt for her.
Like, yeah, she's joking. The same when we pierced her ears.
Yeah, she didn't really react until Rain reacted.
Then the rain cried for her. Yeah, Rain tried. If Rain would have seen that spritz.
She would have completely lost her mind.
Yeah. So I gotta eat some.
Ja, später. Okay, später. What does she do then?
Needed to eat.
Why?
It's just they said today the worst. Give it Solea gleich.
So Leia, don't do that.
Ja, was ist?
It's raining.
Sag
Look,
mal, es regnet dann.
it's raining.
Solea gleich.
We have to wait. It's raining. Look outside.
I said the worst give it us to the storm in Bayern, especially München here tonight.
Okay, so that should be less people.
So the flood warned.
Another flood.
Yeah, they warned. And Munich is really bad. Like the area we are.
It's raining, you guys. Bro. I don't know about that. I don't know if we can consider you uncle. Maybe after another 50 live streams, then maybe, possibly you could join the fam. Just- Anime's do I watch? I'm watching that. I forgot the name of it, but it's the one with like Zeus. Yeah. It's the one with like, it's the typical story of like one of Zeus's sons is like a demigod. And he has to go on this long quest to discover who he is. I forget the name of it, but it's on Netflix. And then I was kind of watching Record of Ragnarok, but man, those flashback scenes are too long, so I was just skipping through it. I gotta finish watching what is it called? Jujutsu Kaisen.
This?
It's just my bank. Oh yeah, they send me notifications. Yeah, I gotta come.